It's lovely, isn't it? Anyways, Sloop Dark Snout here, and this is another glorious episode of BackBit Impawsible. In this particular one, this is the one where I take my video frames and convert them into character sets. Boy, does that sound familiar. The only difference this time is there's no more corruption. I found a way to sidestep the corruption issue altogether. And good, because now I can finally move on, well, soon anyways, to the video playing part of this whole ordeal. Because having a solid character set without, corruption in it is vital to, playing the video. And I'm going to sneeze. Check me out. Oh. Is he going to come or what? I don't know. Oh, are you kidding me? It went away. I was going to sneeze on cam. I don't know if this avatar is even designed to handle that. Oh, well. Maybe next time. Okay, I'm blinking a lot, but that's because I'm all watery now. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to be introducing an episode. Man, I better... let's just see what I got, okay? I'll see you at the end of this episode. All right, let's watch. So about 20 hours after I started, we are less than 10 seconds into the video. Yeah, well, I thought of something that I probably thought about in the past and I forgot, and now I remembered it again. Okay, so I've already made the big file on the SD card if I wanted to bring in these frames manually, but then what I did is I saved them to the BBT. Well, screw that, because that makes mistakes. Save them to another file on the SD card. Then I can introduce SuperCPU, full-blown speed optimized, power through this in a couple days, and then using a hex editor on the PC, jam that portion of code. Oh wait, no, I can't. Because it's going to make a continuous file, and the BBT's separated into 32 kilobyte chunks. Well, I can still make another program that reads that file with the SuperCPU disabled, and then writes each frame's business to where it's supposed to wind up. In the end, a roundabout way of doing what I want to do without spending a month to do it. It's busy saving. And this is the very first frame. This thing is out of play. This thing disabled. I'm trying to pin this sucker down. Right now, well, without Jiffy DOS and anything, it's slow as hell. But I've been the code I have. It brings in a frame, chews it up, spits it out. It was doing it in high speed, but then more and more, I was getting frames that were just complete nothing. As it is, what's this? Oh, man. I got to check that out. Why is it even there? Okay. I think I have something in place that'll get me back. Nope. What? Oh, man. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I couldn't, well, it's just, never mind. This is a schmozzle. It'll start doing the real deal after it's done. That was the remnant of there. There we got the color round. There. Now you're looking at everything from the get-go. Redoing, once again, the same frame I just choked on. And I've taken out the long portion, the consideration routine. So after it finds 100 or 256 characters, it ends. But why is it going back to basic? I realized what I was doing wrong. Doesn't matter. This is depressing. Like, what? I dread file access, disk routine stuff. I open these from basic, and from machine language, I'm just calling the check-in and the chair-in routine, and then the check-out and the chair-out. Easy enough, you'd think, right? And it sort of works, because I'm opening the files that I'm getting, plotting the stuff to the screen, and I'm getting numbers, and then I'm getting a pile of zeros too, or 255s, or some mess. I don't know what's going on, which is sad because I've been, spent almost the last 5 hours trying to figure this out. So now we're back to the saving part. And once that thing gives up, oh, look, our cursor's back. Okay, so let's see. This should bring it back. Ah, crap. Why is it not working? Here we go with yet another attempt. Ay, ay, ay. So I don't understand serial disk access very well. This time around I added a JSR clear channel FFCC after I'm done loading or saving portions of code. But that worked fine when I had Jiffy DOS in place, but on this one it's choking, so maybe this will be the solution. But I'm back down to doing it at 1 megahertz, so there's no bloody point. But I want to see if I got this down, at which point maybe I can return this thing on and power through it. I'm just trying to figure out why am I getting, sometimes I'm getting frames and sometimes it's just a bunch of stripes, like the data's coming in repeated jumbled nonsense. It's just junk, and that's not cool. So we're almost at our point. It'll start saving or it'll crash. Ooh. But when it's done that, is it going to give me my cursor back? That cursor turned out to be, no matter what, it was like an input string. I could not get it to even give me a syntax error. Like I tried, poke 53280, 1 to get the background. Nope, no good. Oh, hey, it moved on. Okay, now this thing's still open, but I don't care. Maybe that was the solution. Man, am I stupid. Because I mean, on my wolves in the BackBit, I don't think I cleared the channel. Maybe. Oh, maybe I went back to basic and I printed something, which in effect possibly told it to shut up, kind of like as you're finishing up. Yeah, I'm not sure. But if this frame ends successfully and the next one begins, I am going to power down, start up the SuperCPU in fast mode and see if I actually got this sucker going. Because it's now after 1 a.m. I started this attempt a little after 8. So yeah. Oh boy. Okay, come on. What? Oh yeah. Okay. Save. And give me next frame. Do it. And I have a big sniffle and I'm holding off. You could probably my nose probably sounds plugged. Oh, there it is. And my nose is starting to run. This is so disgusting. Okay. Let's see if I get SuperCPU to do this. Ciao. Okay. Powered up again. Blew my nose too. Everybody's back. Welcome, guys. This thing is just chillaxing. Okay. So I've got files 1 through 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Oh man, I missed a letter. Who cares? Okay, this is what we're trying to do. I have a lot of files I'm going to have to get rid of later. So assemble and run. This is the super fast version because I don't have it doing the consideration routine. Come on. There. So we're going to get to the next frame quicker. Yes. Now, it'll take a few frames before I get the confidence that it's not going to screw up. Clear channel. FFCC. I got to remember that, man. I had one open, like channel 2 was open to read and channel 4 was open to write. And I just left them like that. But I do the check-in, like load X with 2, JSR check-in, and then I just, chair and get all the characters I want. What? Oh yeah, no, that one looked all gibberish because it's not doing the consideration routine. This is just quick. But oh man, I think I got it. I haven't had one yet that is like this. Oh man, I don't know what to do. I can't even show you. Well, yeah, I can show you. I'm going to put the error back, and I'll show you how pissed off I was. Okay, be right back. There we go. Instead of finding where this is in my code and removing it, let's just make it it'll JSR here and effectively do nothing. And I change my letter. Let's see. Okay. There. I'm now affecting file J. Okay, let's do this. Wait, did I assemble? I forget. Now you'll see what was screwing up before. It still brings it in. Come on. It might do 1 or 2 frames before it chokes. And this is the importance of the clear channel code. There. Ha! See? And see frame 4, frame 5, frame 6. Eventually it'll come back. Tell you, there. So now I have like 7 gibberish frames, like complete pooches, like zeros, nothing but, it's garbage. And I don't know why it's intermittent either, but oh, the clear channel, whatever that code is, yeah, that's when you're done piddling around, call that, I guess. I mean, I'm trying to make notes. Check this out. I haven't made a note since the 90s. And this PAL printer, that is the program that I wrote that takes a PAL source file and breaks it up into these little columns. I like that. But I wrote that program. I'm proud of it. But sometimes you need lowercase, and as you can tell, that's sending a secondary address. But that's not what this is about. Yeah. Dum, dum, dum. 20 whatever years later, I finally added to my little notes. Okay, enough of this. Man, am I just rambling tonight. Okay. I gotta undo this and get going on a real file. As soon as I press this button. Okay. Oh yeah, I want to see all the crap I got. I guess I'll have to start doing K. Yeah. All right, Joe. Well, as you can see, it's working and working well. I have set the Super CPU optimization mode. I'm not monkeying around. I don't even have to bother to tweak this code, even though it's still fun to try. But right now, what is it, about 20-something seconds, maybe, per frame? Look at that. And that's with the full consideration routine. Too bad it's not breaking it down by color, but at what point, it's like right now the eyes look great. On some frames, they're going to look like crap. But how much code equals time? How much should I dedicate? It becomes a balancing act, and I really don't know the perfect formula. But assuming this continues to write happily over the next couple days, I guess. But, look how many frames we've done just in the last little while here. So I got a feeling it's going to be through this, well, relatively quickly, maybe a day or two. 20 megahertz, gotta love it. But yeah, go figure. Like right now, it's writing like I think 4K, and now it read 9K, processes it, writes 4K to the other file, reads another 9K, over and over and over, and then when I'm done all this, I can take those little sections and write them actually to the BBT. It's just a big roundabout way to avoid the problems that this thing causes. This thing, I'm pointing at the wrong thing. Yeah. But thanks for, hanging out with me and putting up with my rants. Like, you'd think I hate this damn thing, but it is so cool. I love it. I do love it. It's just that this is the first time I've come across something that really doesn't like it. But whatever. I love the BackBit as well. If I had to choose just one, I don't know what I'd pick, because the BackBit allows me to do this. There's no way I can pull this crap off using a floppy disk. Or even the SD-to-IC. Not a chance. But anyways, it's bedtime. I can't wait to see where this is in the morning. I woke up because, well, yeah, you know why you wake up, right? Morning. Yeah, I'm going to let this thing go at it and continue to go at it. Yeah. Fast forward to the evening, and we're already at frame 3000 plus. I'm starting to think, what is the next step going to be? Because I have to find a way to get these to play back at 24 frames a second. That's 2 screen refreshes for one frame and then 3 screen refreshes for the next, over and over and over on a 60, hertz or whatever scale. Now, the big bit is a character set is 2K, video matrix 1K, color RAM 1K, and then 1K later to copy it to the color RAM. There's not enough bytes. There's not enough time. My secret weapon, I don't want to use it yet. So I have thought of a different way of going about this, and I was driving around this afternoon, and I pretty much have the code written, so it'll just need some tweaks, and it'll overwrite the source every time I test it, and all sorts of mess. But check this out. I could bring in 4 frames simultaneously, like bitmaps, and assume I have a video matrix of 4,000 cells, but still a character set of 256, and treat it like one massive picture and come up with a character set that is overall best to use for 4 frames consecutively. Now, this is fast, but it is not going to be fast when it's doing huge photo, right? But that means in, say, 4/24ths of a second, which is only a 1/6 of a second, but in that 1/6 of a second, it would have to bring in 2K for the character set, and 4 more K for the video matrices, and 4 more K for the color RAM, unless you do it in some sort of compressed fashion. Now, I've already been thinking of ways to compress the color RAM too, and one of them, which I might actually go with, assumes no lost frames forever. So it basically will just tweak what's in the color RAM based on what was already there. And of course, yeah, that leads to a can of worms if the video falls behind. But so what? This is more of a proof of concept. So I am surprised at the amount of pain in the ass I am allowing this project to take, because what a pain for a 6-minute little clip with these goobers in it. But it's going to be fun, and I think I can do this. And if I can get it to play 24 frames a second solid without losing a single frame with digital audio and no REU, I don't think it's ever been done. And if it is, well, I wasn't aware of it and probably happier that way. It's, what is this, day 2? Really bright morning. And yeah, this will be it. Hopefully it'll be done tonight. So let's see if I got that file or not. Good. It's totally big. I have no idea how big it is. Big. I'm kind of excited, kind of scared, but there's nothing to be done right now. I gotta blow my nose again and see what I got. All right, see you guys later.
You know, with all the sneezing and dripping and stuff that this nose causes, I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's great being a wolf. Anyways, next time on BackBit Impawsible, well, it's a little wide open because there's a number of things brewing on the horizon, and I'm not sure exactly which of those I'm going to stuff into an episode. So I guess you'll have to find out, just like I'm going to have to find out. But anyway, if you liked this one, click like. Yeah, you know how it goes. I shouldn't have to ask you every time, and I guess I haven't been. But anyways, until next time, I'm Luke Darksnout.